Thank you very much, everybody. Really quickly, I just want to say thanks to the guy that just left the stadium. Not the stadium, what do you call it?
The stage.
The stage, that's what it is. Jonathan, you all may not know, but he actually is responsible for the reason why I'm here. I moved back to DC probably, I don't know, maybe December 2010. And immediately I was sort of like, I need to do something, I need to get back into the poetry world, and so I linked up with this guy, and it's been nonstop ever since. I've been doing slams and going to Boston for competition, all kind of crazy stuff because of you. So I appreciate you, Jonathan. Thank you very much. So that's love. So yeah, my name is Tony. I'm from here-ish, around all of the above. What do I do? I'm an educator, so I work for, I don't even know if I should tell y'all. So I work for UDC. The community college. Good times. Actually, no, it really is a blast. Because the key word in that is community. So which leads me to the transition of what nation I'm from. I'm going to steal my best friend's thing. And I'm from Rhythm Nation. I couldn't think of anything in particular. So anyway, so shout out to everybody that's here. I will not be up here that long. I just want to quickly say that I love sort of this space and what it represents. And Bloombars focuses a lot on art and community and finding that blend, and that's something I'm extremely passionate about. And I found that I get through that by poetry and the art of spoken word. So that's what this is, and that's all I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to probably do maybe 3 pieces, maybe 4, but maybe 3 to get out of the way, okay? So this is sort of my, how do I explain this piece? Okay, so how many of you feel like or know starving artist? Or know that concept? That's like everybody in the room, right? So this piece is for a very good friend of mine who's also a DC native. His name is Jason Reynolds, the most incredible poet ever.
Yes.
Y'all know Jason? He's the bomb. Every time I talk to him, he's always like, man, I'm grinding, I'm writing my book, I'm performing, I'm grinding, and I'm just like, So this poem is about being a starving artist, and I don't know what else comes with that, so this is this. So psyched up.
Woo woo.
Thank you. That's my sister, y'all. She's never seen me perform before, so this is going to be a big deal. I am a poet afraid to publish. I don't know why, but I'm worried about seeing my words printed on a book and on the back of all these blurbs like, this is a must-read, a nation's bestseller. What a wonderful account of an artist's words. I actually think it's absurd for some to only use their art for profit. And I'm not trying to justify the lifestyle of a starving artist, but I feel like if art really is your gift, then starving should at some point be a part of it. I feel like there should be some pains in the pit of your stomach when your notebooks are empty and ain't no more ink left in your pen. When you ain't changing lives and your paper is thin. You see, y'all, I've accepted that at some point my economic reality may rely on my poetic balladry, and I'm not sure that my stuff is as good as I think it is, but I know that I'm no longer willing to sell my soul just to write some fallacies. And y'all, I have.
Say that.
I have made money writing poems at the wishes of others. I've written birthday poems and wedding poems and poems about anniversaries, poems that spice up other people's love lives, y'all, and sometimes I feel dirty. And I feel used and confused about whether they actually heard me. Sometimes I wish I could turn down the volume on some of my words and transform my performances into conversations where I could just be Tony Keith, the educator, the poet, and the nerd. Because I want to be known as that artsy-fartsy intellectual who believed that there was power in his words. And that I not only took responsibility for what I said, but I took responsibility for those that heard. Whether or not I pissed them off, excuse me, Bloombars, or convinced them to change the world, let them know that sometimes I got tired and sometimes I got weary. But y'all, I kept on writing even when my vision was blurry. Even when I couldn't see what was in front of me. Even when people told me I need to sit still. They say, Tony, grass never grows under your feet. I've now learned that that's because I'm way too busy climbing uphill. You see, I don't have time to rest until the rest of my poems are written. But y'all, I can't stop writing, so none of my poems have endings. Just transitions between new beginnings. And space savers while refilling the ink in my pen again. Or moments when I need to stop, sleep, and dream just to recharge my system. Or moments when I need to set my pen on record and just listen. Listen. I'm trying to think myself through a literary breakthrough. Break down walls of bondage with poetic correspondence to make other people feel uncomfortable. Make their spirits feel unsettled while my feet keeps pushing on these pedals. Because y'all, I've got no choice but to keep pushing through. Look, I'm doing what I'm called to do. And if you're open to receiving, then the next call may be for you. But if you don't answer, don't you worry. I got agency and I will collect when the payment is due. And don't you worry. Yeah, I will collect when the payment is due. And yeah, snap me up, man. That's what it is. Now, granted, I got a couple of degrees, and my bank account probably won't go in the red if I spend a couple of pennies, but I've only got 2 cents to my name. And y'all, the life that I'm trying to live actually does require change, but I've got bills. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep writing until my soul gets saturated, and I hope that my wallet gets filled. And some people say, Tony, don't worry, because it's faith that'll get you through. Well, if that's the case, then tonight, Faith, I invoke you as my muse. Faith, I invoke you as my power of attorney. Faith, I want you to take over for me when I can't take over for myself. I want you to take over for me when my ego can no longer control my wealth. Faith, I don't want you to be afraid to unplug my microphone and knock all my notebooks off the shelf. Faith, don't be afraid to let me flatline. Let me lay there till my heart gets back to beating at a humble grind. Resuscitate the power of God back into my lungs and let me create new poems, pure and simple ones. Poems about failure and poems about victory. Poems that rhyme occasionally. Poems that resist artistic prisons. Poems that break the chains of writer's block. And poems that enforce a pen is lethal system. Y'all, I'm a poet afraid to publish. So I guess I'm gonna have to keep publishing on these stages and earn some kind of living through free open mic wages. Thank you.